my friends of the internet. I come to you today after having just finished a trip to Indiana for the Taylor University Professional Writers Conference, in which I got to hang out with a bunch of editors and writers and literary agents and just talk shop, and yeah, it was super fun. As happens when you go to a writers conference, I gained books. So the first one that I gained is Invitation, and it's the first in a trilogy of collections of novellas that are Christian suspense, by four of the most well-known suspense writers in the Christian market: Angela Hunt, Bill Myers, Frank Peretti, and Alton Gansky. You may have heard about them before or seen about them because I have The Assault. And this one I got as a review book, so I've written a review about this one. I've talked about this one before. I really enjoyed this one, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna buy the first one. Plus, since they were all there, I got to get it. I got to get it signed. So is there anything better? Well, okay, not all of them were there, but two of them were there. So I have two of the author's signatures on this book, and I'm super excited to actually just get to sit down and binge it, because that's what the series is designed to do. It's designed for binging. Each novella you read in one sitting, and so then you can read the entire book in 4 sittings very easily without feeling like you're working too hard to get through the entire story. So that's super fun. The next book that I bought, you've heard about a few other times, because it's Blaze by Hope Bullinger. But it was there, and I could buy it there in hard copy, so I did, and then I didn't have to wait for it to ship to me, and I just bought it because I wanted it. And you've heard me talk about it before, but in case this is the first time you've heard me talk about it, this is a modern retelling of the story of Daniel, and I am psyched to sit down and read it. It's been on my, the top of my list for the last months. I don't even know how many months, probably since I knew it was coming out. The thing that's been stopping me from reading it is that I keep getting books from the library, and I have other review books that I have to write a review for and I have to read. So, it's on the top of my I want to read books, but it's not actually on the top of my to be read books, because I have other books that I have to read first. The last book I gained in this writing conference time at Taylor University was How to Write Science Fiction and Fantasy by Orson Scott Card. And this book I'm super excited about. As you know, I'm a suspense writer, but I also enjoy sci-fi and fantasy, and I take a lot of the elements from sci-fi and fantasy and put them into my suspense novels. So if you like suspense, but if you also like sci-fi and fantasy, you're going to really like my books, because they're our world right now, but with tech that's a little bit better than what we have. So it takes that, is it possible? And I make it possible, but only for select groups of people. So it exists in the underworld, essentially, and yeah. So I'm really excited to see how this book will help me in my world building of making sure that all of that is actually plausible and makes sense for readers. But that's about it. That's what I have for you this week. I'm really tired. Conferences wear me out, but I also love them, and I had such a good time getting to meet other new writers, or other writers and editors and agents, and making new friends, and I'm super excited to see just what the future holds for all of us. Yeah, so I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.